but it's okay, guys. That's how we get consistent with stuff when we keep repeating it, right? But hope all is well with you. Aloha Friday. Today is Friday, last day before the nice little weekend. Some of you guys are having your weekend started already because you're only doing half a day of work today. Well, today Paulette is putting in a full day of work. I just finished up with the gym, got me my nice little workout in, body lifting. Today, like I mentioned to you guys, you just got to do a little bit every day. And some days you're going to hit the mark, and some days you're going to miss. Okay. So this whole week, come here, let me tell you. I honestly, I think I made my 10,000 step maybe once or close to it. I aimed for the moon, and I probably fell somewhere on one star somewhere, but I didn't get it. So I'm looking forward to working at least one more day. Today is a nice day. Probably got like maybe 5,000 steps in, and I'm looking to finish up um, another 5,000 by the end of today. And we're gonna see how it works. But I'm not getting disappointed at all. Hello, my beautiful friend. Hi, Jinx. How are you? I'm going live soon. When you reach 121, yes, you better go live when you hit 121, girlfriend. You better get your live up in there. Everybody should be going live. I feel for me, live is more easier, it's quicker, especially if you don't have a whole lot of time. Like most of the time, guys, I have conversations on the go because, like I mentioned to you all, I mean, I would love to put some time in. I just right now it's not a part of my repertoire. Okay, it's not in there. I need to figure out how to budget it up in there. But so far, conversation on the go is definitely the key. I'm so proud of you, Jinx. I remember when you started off with just me and you and all your little friends, and now look at you. Oh, you're gunning for 120 subscribers. Girl, you are doing your thing. Get your stuff together, girl. Get it together. Get it together. I love it. I love to see people win. I genuinely love when others win. And I think we need more people that cheer everybody else on and support people instead of just, being so negative all the time. It just takes things away from yourself. Why be negative when a brother or a sister is winning? You shoot them on. Come on, you can do it. Get it done. Because that's the way we all should be, cheering for one another. Even good, bad, or indifferent. We need to learn to cheer a little bit more for each other. Keep the positivity going, keep life moving, and aiming for something. If you're not cheering somebody else on, then what are you doing? Just being in the peanut gallery, being negative and not, y'all need to figure it out. Misery love company, I can tell you all that. Well, she and Miss Roll over here. So I cheer everybody on. I think everybody is going to work at their potential. And if you are working and you're getting the numbers, go ahead. Do your thing, girl. And Jinx, I can't wait. Daniela, I can't wait for you to go live so we can all come up in there. And I'm gonna be double checking all your stuff too, just how you come over here and call my attention. She's like, you know, you said the name wrong. I'm like, oh, okay, Jinx. Jinx be checking you. I mean, she checks me. I'll be like, okay, Jinx, I know. It was Jennifer, not Jenna. Something I said once, and she just called my attention. But yes, guys, let's cheer each other on. Let's support one another. You have nothing to lose. Let me tell you, supporting one another is it costs you zero. Ain't that great? Zero to support somebody. Just do it genuinely. Be intentional about it. Don't just be like, I ain't gonna say nothing about that person because you know they may get one subscriber more than me. Or go, come on, shush. That's a bitter spirit, and that's a spirit that you all need to pray away from you. Okay. You all make sure everybody win in the process. There's enough out here in these YouTube streets for everybody. It's just that everybody is have their own niche. Everybody's in their different zones. They have their own niche. People like certain people don't like certain people, and it's fine, it's okay, because there's a little bit out there for everybody. We got everybody in there, that can get a little bit of the puzzle, a little piece of the cake, and it ain't gonna take nothing away from you by going and shouting everybody out and making sure that everybody win in the process. Ain't that great? So go ahead, Jinx. I can't wait for you to go live. When you do go live, you make sure you send me a message so that way I can be on the lookout, okay? Because around this time, I'm working. I'm going to charge right now. So that's the only reason I went on the live at this point in time, because if I go and charge, it gives me non-driving while I could chit chat with you guys. But most of the time, guys, I'm going to be driving on the go, and sometimes that's not the best thing. I know. I keep telling you guys, I know that driving and chit chatting with you guys is not the best. However, though, that's all I have. Okay, so while I'm charging, it's 11 o'clock right now, 11-ish. I'm gonna get my charge in. I got a few minutes that I could chit chat with you guys and see how y'all doing. What are you guys planning for Aloha Friday? What you doing for the weekend, Jinx? You better be there because, girl, I need you there. Aw, thank you, Jinx. I appreciate that. Aw, Jinx says she needed me there. I'll be there, Jinx, as long as I'm aware of it. And y'all know I work. If y'all go live and Paulette is working, okay, I'm not gonna be able to stay on that long. So I'm just letting everybody know, I'm on my data plan. Okay, I'll give a nice little 5, 10, 15, maybe a little 20 something, but if you're gonna be on there for 9 hours, I'm sorry guys, I can't do it, but around this time, anything after 5 basically is better timing for me because I'm not working, I'm home, I can focus better. But when you're driving, especially if you're doing Lyft like how I'm doing Lyft, driving, guys, and and being on lives, you're not able to do a lot of texting, and you just introduce yourself, and then sometimes listen in the background. Most of the time I'm listening in the background, but sometimes, guys, it's just not something that's convenience when you are working, especially doing Lyft and passengers in the back, and you're trying to support a brother or a sister and you're going live. It's just too much. Hello, Sister Tanya. Welcome into Life with Paulette. Today's Aloha Friday. I don't know what you all have plans for today, but I was just sharing with Jinx in regards to, making sure that we support one another. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in, the ones that do come in the background, the ones that do come in after. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, because everybody's working. This is life be lifing. Everybody's working, and sometimes we just can't get to everyone. We can't get to everyone, and it's okay, but we always come back. We do the moonwalk back after we get settled, and then you go back and you give that nice little like, hit the like button, or you probably will leave a little heart or a little comment just to help with the algorithm. You know how you do it. Yes, that's how we do it. But today, guys, I am definitely just having a conversation in regards to, being grateful, giving thanks, and appreciative of your loved ones around you, and always do things intentional. Make sure that we are intentional. There's a lot of time when I'm doing Lyft and I get experience, and I'm like, oh, I want to share this with my sisters or my brothers that come in here, my experience that I had for today. And let me tell you, sometimes I forget everything. By the time I turn the live on, I'm like, wait a minute, I think I wanted to share something, but I can't remember what I wanted to share. Okay. Happy Friday to you too, Sister Tanya. But that's how it is sometimes. Your brains, if you don't jot it down, you can forget about it. That's me. If I don't jot that thing down, I could forget about it. I ain't gonna remember nothing. And I come on, and then all of a sudden, I done lost a train of thought from what I wanted to talk to you guys about. But then, since we were talking about Lyft, I just want to say this morning was a really great day. This was actually in a long time one of the first time that I made close to like $130 before 9 o'clock. Let me tell you all, when you are focused and when you are putting in the work and your action is definitely like you're in the zone, things start to happen that you're like, wait a minute, I wasn't ready for that. I didn't expect that to happen. But because you put the motion in, you put the action in, and the Lord activates. And I know you like, oh my God, you're always talking about this activation. That's just how it is. If you want something and you're gonna aim for something, and you decide I want that, and you're not putting the work in, you're not putting the action behind it, you're not focusing, you're not praying about it, you're not aiming at it, guess what? You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. And God can't activate something that you have not yet put action to words, so make sure that you guys don't just be wishful thinking. I want this, I want a mansion house, and you don't have a job. Wishful thinking, these are the things. Or you have not sent out that resume, or you want a brand new car, but you don't have no money. You're negative every month, and you're not planning on getting a second job so that you can align yourself to have extra income in order to get the second car or the third car, right? So wishful thinking. We can think about it, we can want it, and if you don't put action behind it, you're not gonna get it. So that's what I keep telling myself with my weight loss. Like, yeah, I wanted to be slim and trim. I wanted to be all cut and chiseled. You all know what I'm talking about. You have you all seen what's what Roger Rabbit? His girlfriend back in the day, the little cartoon when she would come out there and she just had everything. They call it the 25, 20, was it no 32, 25, and whatever else, the little measurements, and she was all cut. I can't remember her name, but long story short, whatever you definitely want, you got to put the work in. I wanted to lose a lot of pounds, okay, and I to get there, my first 30 pounds, I had to put the work in for the whole. Let me tell you, my daughter is 13 years old, and I kept repeating, oh my gosh, it's the baby fat for 13 years. I got tired of it. No, 12, because last year I started. 12 and a half months of um 12 and a half years ago, I kept repeating, oh, I want to go back to my weight. Oh, this fat is just, this fluff is baby fat, baby fat. My daughter is 13. So 6 months ago, I said, I'm tired of blaming my daughter for all this extra weight that I've been putting on. So, I made a decision. I made a decision. I started to activate, figure out, okay, what am I going to do differently? First of all, I'm going to change my eating habit. Second of all, I'm going to do a little bit more extra walk and movement. I'm going to do the treadmill. Well, when you're gasping for breath by walking from here to the stop sign, you ain't running no time soon. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start by walking. So I started to walk, and I used to do like 10,000 steps like once a week, and now I'm increasing that as I go for a little bit more, and then changed that up. I started to do it. I remember there was a period of time when a few of sisters, we decided we were going to do 10,000 step 5 days a week. No, that was a lie. Lord have mercy, that was the hardest challenge I've ever done, because you didn't want to be the one that did not accomplish the 10,000 steps, so everybody is chiming in and screenshotting they hit their 10,000. Remember, I'm all the way in Hawaii, so the time difference is totally different, right? So when everybody's at 10,000, honestly, what they didn't know, it will push me even more, because we had sisters showing in there 13,000 steps, by the end of the day. And then I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm only at 5,000 steps, and push me more to do walks, to do jogging. I would go back and forth up the steps to get my heart rate going so I could get the movement going. So it basically was an inspiration. Sometimes when other sisters chime in, they will have 20,000 steps. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me try and make it as close as possible to these 10,000. I was just scheming like close by, just trying to drag to my 10,000 steps. But you know what? Consistency, it was hard at the beginning, but then once you were aiming for that 10,000 step, guess what? I got 10,000 step daily. Every day we did 10,000 step for 30, I think it was 30 days. If I'm not mistaken, it was a 30 days challenge. We did 10,000 step Monday through Friday. And let me tell, and I think we added on an extra 6 days, which was crazy. And I said, next time I do 10,000 steps, I am not going to be overzealous by talking about I'm going to do 5 days or 6 days. I'm going to do 2 to 3 days. That's about it. I'm going to stress myself out. After that, we ain't doing no more. And, I changed that. And once I added in weightlifting, I think weightlifting was one of the secrets of my weight loss for my first 30 pounds. I started to lift heavier, and I started to increase like every week, every 2 week, a little 2.5, 2.5, until your body do not get accustomed in the same weight. So weightlifting, changing my eating my eating habit, making better choices, drinking more water. Guys, all of that was part of the change that I've made 6 months ago that is allowing me to get a little bit chiseled. I mean, I know you all probably don't notice it, but I notice it. Okay, my clothes, listen, I used to wear this shirt. And if you all go back a um, few from last year to this year, but this shirt was tight on me. It was tight. My clothes was tight. I'm gonna go plug my car and I'll be right back. Y'all don't go nowhere, okay? Y'all stay right there. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Don't move nowhere. All right. And now it's gonna pause for 2 seconds and I'll be right back because I definitely I had to charge my car and I only have one phone. I keep telling you guys this. If you all are just coming in on 14 of y'all, go ahead and hit that like button. I'll appreciate it. I'll appreciate it. But for right now, I'm sorry. This phone I had to switch back and forth because I am charging and I had to plug in and then I had to go to the phone and I had to do all that good stuff. So I don't know if I paused. I don't know what you all whatever, when you're playing with these cars back and forth, things just come in and go out. But anyway, long story short, thank you for bearing with me. But yes, at the end of the day, guys, you got to make the change. I made the change, and I just feel like it was so necessary. I feel pretty good. Once you finish, make that change, and you start to see results. That's where the energy to start tweaking here and there becomes more obvious. Like, okay, you need to continue doing what you're doing, and you need to adjust a little bit. Another thing I added in that I tweaked a little bit. I had fell off the wagon with my hikes and my hiking adventures. I used to do them once a week, sometimes twice a week. I would go on a hiking adventure, and I just decided, with the extra fluff, your body just can't do it. So I was not able to do it. It was too much for my body, and I dropped it. Then I got injured, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do too much. I'm just going to let it go, and I'm going to just do something else. And that's when I really, really started to see result when I started it all over again, like running up 2,000, nearly 2,400 steps and back down and not feeling sore afterwards because you're inputting the right amount of foods to replenish your body at the right timing. So I did my change, guys, on my weight loss journey, and I'm only sharing with you guys this because I know plenty of people is out there. Many of you guys are out there that's trying to figure out how you can lose that 1 pound or 2 pound, and what did I do differently. The ones that do come in here, and I just told you guys a few of the stuff that I did. Another thing that I did, I'm a little bit, if you want to call how that little ADHD for going back and forth. I don't even know if that's the name I want to call it, but y'all know when you have that little tick to just check your weight every day, 2 or 3 times a day, that's a mental thing, okay? So I had to not do it as often as I used to do it. So I took that away. I changed that up instead of doing it every day, which some folks it worked for, but for me, that was a bit too much pressure for me. And then I would end up not eating the amount of food that I should eat. So I started to do it like once a week. Pick a day, whichever day, and then you do it on that same time every so often. And then once I finish up with that, guys, I ended up deciding I need to put the sun is slapping this eye. Let me put it in the back here. Okay, there we go. So once I finish up with that, I honestly then went from once a week to twice a week. I would do my weigh-ins just to see, because you have water weight that fluctuates, and then I'm lifting weight as well. So I didn't want to get disappointed with the muscle swelling and the water retention. So I went from 2 weeks, every 2 weeks weighing, and now I weigh once a month. Okay, I weigh once a month. I already know what I'm eating, what I'm not supposed to eat, if I'm eating too much. Um, and because I also started to eat instead of a plate, I went to a bowl. So I eat in a bowl, and I do have after, like a snack after the gym. So like right now, I have my nuts, I have my apple, And my protein for today's protein, I'm gonna do protein powder instead of my 2 eggs that I normally have. And that's it, guys. This is my snack, and this will bridge me over until I can get home throughout the day. And that's it. I have my nice dinner, healthy dinner with my family. I go home and I cook. And by the way, yesterday I ended up making my creamy sauce, pasta sauce that I enjoy. That I showed you guys the video of that one, and you know that came out perfect. So at the end of the day, even hubby likes that one. So I would advise you guys to find something that you can hold off, stop eating or stop drinking for a period of time. Some folks are stuck on Coca-Cola, some folks are stuck on, all those sodas and sugary drinks. Maybe you need to tweak from there. Start slowly, guys. Don't just decide I'm going to cut everything out. Y'all saw in the past that don't work because your body's going to crave that thing. So when you start to remove and change your diet, start to do it in small little spurts, like removing the soda from your diet, but then find like a seltzer, the little spritz soda. Find something like that so that way you'll be able to still have the taste of the little bursts of soda in your mouth, but and it's not as sweet, or it's probably a sparkling water is nice for you to have the sugar free. Like switch up your things with healthier choices so that you can still mentally feel like you're enjoying, but then yet is going to help reduce the weight for you. And with that, guys, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know I talked about it yesterday and the day before that and the other day, but I didn't went into much details, like how I'm working on trying to explain to you guys on how to switch up and change and put the action in anything you do. Put the action in and the Lord will activate it. And with that, guys, I am done for today. Thank you guys for coming in. Absolutely saying you're going to work today. Amen. Yes, Sister Tanya, I'm definitely going to go and do a little bit of work today, put some action in so that way that I can, reap the benefit in the future. And you know how sometimes you can never have enough because everybody needs something, okay? So make sure you go put some extra time just in case you got to bless somebody on the way out. That's how it is. That's how life is. Don't It's not always about just you. Make sure that you are blessing others as well as you become a little bit more blessed. All right, guys, with that, I am done for real. Hope you all have an amazing Aloha Friday, and I'll see you guys on the next one, guys. Deuces. Enjoy your weekend. Do something different. I'm going to ask you all on Monday what you did, okay? Love